Hey everyone, welcome back to the rabbit hole. Let's dive right in. The month and the first week are obviously starting with a pullback, and Bitcoin is approaching some interesting levels that could decide what it does in the coming weeks or months. As we found out, BTC can easily move down on average based on closing data, but it also has the potential to form a wick. Well, the first target of about 2% was obviously reached and completed as Bitcoin continued to go deeper, but that was a good first target. Now the next possible percentage moves we have are 6.71% and 8.67%. The title says, how much confluence is enough? So, let's look a little deeper into the bubble and see how much confluence we can find for this area. Let's start with today's data. The average gain for today is 2.27%, which would bring BTC to around 62K, slightly below yesterday's high. Well, as it stands now, this wouldn't really change the local structure, which is currently to the downside. But what's more interesting for me is the average loss for today, which is 1.72% on average, with a max potential move slightly higher than 5%. The average loss would bring BTC to 59,564, and the max loss to around 57,500. So, let's see what else we have here. First of all, we clearly have liquidity and stop losses in this area, but let's check the charts. The first level, besides the average moves and liquidity from the daily and monthly time frame, is a 12-hour order block here, which is also inside a 2-day order block. Not a bad level on its own. Let's look for more. Now, if we pull a fib from the previous month's high to the low, we'll get the equilibrium of the previous month, which also sits in this area. Setting an anchored VWAP to the lowest point of the current price action, we can see it also aligns exactly with this zone. That should be enough, but maybe not. I have a few more points. Pulling a pitchfork for this range, the 0.5 level also falls into this area. Another level, this is also a monthly level. Pulling a fixed range from the local low to the entire move, we see the value area low here. Looking at a fixed range from the lowest point to now, we notice the point of control falls inside all these levels. Finally, checking the overall range volume, it shows that the overall range value is sitting exactly here in this area. Now, what do we have? At the start of the month, we found that BTC could experience a pullback, and we had the average percentage for these possible moves. Now, BTC is arriving at these levels where many confluence factors are pointing to one area. Will this be enough to hold the level? One thing is more or less certain, let's say sure on average, if this area is lost on a weekly or even daily closing basis, there isn't much that would prevent Bitcoin from heading to the lower part of this intrastructure downtrend move. Of course, with new invalidation levels, it's always possible for BTC to fake out and reclaim this level area, pushing up again. But for now, I can only work with the data I have. And that data suggests, yes, this move down was expected, and here are the confluence levels pointing to this area. So, let's see, ladies and gentlemen, if this will be enough. I will be patiently waiting for a sign of strength in this area to avoid getting trapped in bad decisions. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to read the disclaimer and understand that I'm not a financial advisor. Have a nice day and see you in the next one.